Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, and so you know me on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another new Let's Play episode of Major Minor, or Redux, I suppose. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into this, shall we? Alarm Chan, you are up, and let's go. Alright, we'll load that file, load, alright. Save file, yes. Oh, 1 second, y'all. There we go, just lowered the sound, so hopefully the music won't be nearly as loud this time, alright? I was immediately shot back to my own reality, or at least the reality I was comfortable with. But now I know one thing for sure. That really happened. The Ark wasn't just a dream. He actually gave me some sort of power. I have no idea what to think right now. The confusion inside of me intensifies. It's like millions of voices are fighting in my head, trying to make sense of everything that happened. Hey, are you coming? Keela stands before me, his luggage in tow. I notice that I'm also standing up. It appears that my body has moved on its own, almost like something momentarily took over. Did I say something wrong? Gosh, I need to watch my mouth. I tell him that he did nothing wrong. I let him know I was lost in my own train of thought. He seems to giggle as if this was a pun. I decide to take the credit for it, perhaps in an attempt to ease my inner turmoil. At least he waited for me, or I'd be clueless right now. That's the last thing I would want to be. Alone and confused in Tokyo. Bad combination. I apologize for the delays we exit the train. Fright limbs over me for the rest of the day. Whatever happened tonight would change everything. Earlier that day, in the courtrooms of Terra, a planet far from Earth, yet closer than was known to any. Objection! What the hell? Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I present to you Lord Plier, your current leader in the race for mayor, and with that, your future king. I've been his humble servant for years, and through that I am certain of one thing. He will bring Terra to an age of prosperity. Oh my. Come now, Riley, you embarrass me. I'd rather speak for myself. I'm flattered, but they need to hear me. I shall speak of this prosperity on my own. This is something every Terran must hear. Under our current king, we are doomed. Forgive me, Lord Plier. I did not mean to embarrass you. Not in front of all these people. I mean you no quarrel, Riley. Have a seat. I'll call you as needed. Yes, my lord. Allow me to ask you all a question. You do not need to answer vocally. Just ponder on it as food for thought. If I may paint an image in your minds. You have a starving family. Your only desire is to feed them. You work harder than you ever have before, but you only have enough food to feed half. The rest of your family will simply starve. But before you can eat, there's a knock, a violent rapping on the door of your home. You learn that it's someone new to Terra. They fled the destruction of their home. All they want is a new life on our soil. They beg for your food, almost dying. But if you feed them, your family suffers. In this case, charity is a curse. They live and your family may die. So what would you do? Would you help a stranger, even if it goes on to hurt your family? I believe I know what your answer is. Why would I let my family die? Why would I give a stranger my food? I do not blame you if this is your answer. You work so hard for the sustenance. Why are you expected to just give it away? Why is Terra expected to give it away? This is the portrait painted of our world. A place to be taken advantage of. Used. Oh, so Terra is basically America. Well, Terra is just literally Earth, so we can barely sustain ourselves. Second, y'all. Okay, I am not sure how to, okay, whatever. We'll pause it right here for a moment. Okay. Your current king is making fatal mistakes. He gives everything away, freely, and he calls himself the Immortal King. If he truly lived for several millennia, well, you'd think he'd have some common sense. Something Terra has been lacking as of late. Every immigrant we accept, they're another stroke on our canvas. But that paints us as lax and lazy. The more we accept into our world, the more we condemn ourselves to accept. This is the power of that word of mouth. At this rate, we will all die. Regardless of our origin, we will starve. I wanted a strict immigration law. But even this would not help us. You don't allow a disease to run rampant. We need to cure this blight permanently. A vote for Plier will give us severance. A disconnect from all the other worlds. No longer will they be able to use us. If elected, I will devote my life to this. I will ensure Terra's independence, and our base right to live fulfilling lives. Only then will we be free from immigration. Only then will our resources be our own. That is all. Will there be any questions? Oh. I have a question for you, Lord Plier. If you're accepting, of course. Oh, wow, she does... Wait. So, the tattered robes and the rags are in stark contrast to the gleaming dog bone collar and the multiple piercings and the dyed fur. How'd she afford any of that? She looks poor, but her clothes are literally being held together by ropes. And she's... What? I'm confused. Speak, my child. My name is Kalen. Oh, I'm sorry. That could very well be male. Yeah, very well be male. Yeah. I know a lot of guys who have pink. Yeah. I thought there was like boobs right there, so I'm being distracted right now. I don't know. My name is Kalen. Please refrain from calling me child. I'm not one of your blind followers. The real problem lies with your greed. You're a noble. You have so much food. Why do you hoard and say we've run short? What? If people like you learn to share, well, we'd all be leading happy lives. You're a single man, yet I've seen some inside reports. You hoard enough food to feed dozens. Inside reports? Wouldn't it be more fitting to share? The supply is there, Lord Plier. Your campaign is based on a lie. And why do you have so much food? You don't look that round to me. This is why Lord Velasquez wants a tithe. Not on everybody, just the rich. So I don't think you care about our food. Or any resources for that matter. You only care about removing foreigners. So my question is, what is the true reason you seek severance? What gives you the right to say this? You're speaking to your future king. Future king? Don't make me laugh. You're avoiding the question. Where is your proof? Accusations require evidence, Kalen. Something I'm sure you don't have. I laugh at the notion that I am hoarding, especially enough to feed dozens of people. I know the importance of giving. I would never keep that while others starve. Really? You fooled me. That story you just told everyone, it was about not sharing and giving. I asked why you seek severance, and you go and get this defensive? Your hatred speaks volumes, Lord Plier. Plier? I don't want to say Plier. Is this you, Markiplier? Markiplier. There's no need to discriminate here. 1 second, y'all. Water time. Okay. Everyone deserves food and shelter, not just those native to Terra. I seek severance to be independent. I only want to share amongst our own. I don't want a reputation of charity. I want Terra to thrive on its own. If we keep giving things away, we only give off a bad image of ourselves. Well, even if you did achieve severance, we'd still be full of immigrants. Not only that, but their descendants too. How does this make you feel? Ugh. Simple. We'd establish a new Terra. Once we are severed, we'd all be natives. We'd unite as one self-sustaining world. Funny you should bring that up now. Rebranding our entire world? You think that'd be part of your campaign? Typical politician, making things up, turning all the negatives into positives. I'll give you credit, but I'm not fooled. Ask again for proof, child. Fine. Your servant Kabu has all of it. He provided a peculiar shipping manifest. It should be all that we need to prove this. What? And the evidence substantiates his claims. Claims of hearing immigrant hate speech. A nightly pastime of yours, it seems. I'll let him handle it from here. Interesting mark on the stomach there. I can confirm all that Kalen said. Kobu, you traitor! What have I done to deserve this? At first I thought Player was my friend. I know I'm not from Terra, but he made me feel wanted, like a son. But he started to hate immigrants so much, I realized more that I was only being used. He just wanted a cheap servant. And now recently he's been hoarding food, creating nothing but an artificial shortage. One he can conveniently blame on immigrants. And one that he can use as cover. He conveniently hides his hatred, while supporting his campaign for mayor. The problem isn't those coming to Terra. It's the greed of those that live on it. Our immortal king speaks the truth. A tithe on the upper class. Yes, then everyone would be fed. A vote for Velasquez's continued reign. You know you speak lies. Why are you doing this, Kabu? Please look at the shipping manifest. I will place it here for all to see, that you may know Plyer's true nature. Remember, he owns lots of land on Terra. This is but one of many instances. I'm positive he hoards at his other homes. Forged! The evidence is forged! Do not trust such infantile accusations. It was likely created by Velasquez. Riley, have a word with the people. Ensure they realize Kabu's deceit. And guards, please detain those two men. Make Terra great again. Yep, we know who that is. We notice that there aren't many people standing around. The initial rush must have already subsided. At least Keela waited for me. How long was I out? Well, I guess this is it, huh? I kind of pictured a grander entrance, but there's really nobody here. Oh well, I should have expected less. That way you don't get disappointed. It's better than getting your hopes up. That was sure an odd way of looking at things. Of course, nothing about Keela was normal. Hey, pull out your phone. We should exchange numbers just in case. I'll be in touch about the maid cafes. I read up on some really cool ones. He pulls out his phone and awaits my information. I pull the phone out of my pocket and do the same. After a few moments pass, we exchange our digits. 1 second, y'all. Is... not water time. Gatorade time. You got Keela's contact information. Thanks! It was nice to meet you. I'm always glad to make a new friend. He starts to scurry away. I hope he's a texter. I hate getting phone calls. It seems so weird. Our generation is definitely hooked on text messages. I wonder where I'm supposed to go. Rook never gave me detailed information. I expected he'd be right there when I got off. But I don't see anyone at all, actually. I quickly turn a corner and bump into a helpless woman. Hey, watch where you're going, will you? Laura Croft, is that you? I step back and immediately apologize. I tell her I was just looking for my friend Rook. I explain the fact that I'm a foreigner and... Foreigner? Oh, so am I. But I'm no concierge. You should probably tell your friend to meet you in the atrium. She points towards a large open area. She's cute as fuck. Look at them eyes. I guess that's a good enough landmark. I thank her and start to follow her direction. But before I can get too far, a hand grips my shoulder. Oh no, could it be that man again? Please just give me some peace and quiet today. Hey. Are you so lonely that you've taken up talking to yourself? That's weird. I'm extremely relieved. For a moment, I thought it might have been that man again. But no, this must be Rook. What does he mean by talking to myself? Whatever. I'm glad you're here. The PA speakers mentioned possible delays, and that's not something I can tolerate. We're on a strict schedule. Strict. He starts typing away on his tablet. Strict. Adjective. Acting in close conformity to requirements or principles. Ever heard of that word before? Wow. And I thought Keela was a character. Although, I guess I would be a little upset if he was boring. No one likes a stick in the mud. So, where's the other one? I was confused. I wasn't quite sure what he meant. I asked him for clarification. The other contest winner, I mean. You were supposed to be together. Wait, what? Ugh. Insufferable. I hate being lied to. Drop the act. Seriously, where is he? I tell him I have no idea what he's talking about. I didn't meet anybody on the train except for Keela. Wait, could that mean? No way! Out of the shadows, someone shuffles towards us. Hey, you two. You were watching us? That's exceedingly creepy. What a group. We have ourselves a stalker, and someone who talks to themselves, too. I really don't get what he means. I was clearly getting directions from that woman. I wasn't watching you, I was just shy. I just wanted to see if you were lying. I mean, you told me you won the contest, but in the back of my mind I doubted you. He looks me up and down. Rook stares at me angrily. How could this get any worse? I thought you were making things up, but we both signed that NDA after all. I changed the subject immediately. I didn't want to break it to you, know? Sorry if I sound a little sketchy. Rook is angry with you. Oh shit. You did what? Breaking a contract is abhorrent! Heh. Well, either way, I have to say I'm really glad it's you. I feel like we could get along on the train. Even if it was only for a few minutes. We can go to the maid cafe for sure now. Guys, in the comments, can you please fucking tell me how to save this fucking game? Wait. Yeah, no, I would love to know how to save this game. It's a little different than, because it's not done in RenP as far as I know. I'm not entirely sure how to save this. How do I save this? Nope, that's not working. Alright, we'll be spending so much time together. Isn't that cool? I'm ecstatic. Oh, okay. Wow, that's good timing, actually. Holy shit. Okay, y'all, let me know in the comments if there's any way I can actually save it on my own, because it's going to be very annoying if I can't. And some videos may actually end up being longer or shorter than intended, if that's the case. Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!